Gonna step side to side. I'm gonna take my shoulders, I'm gonna roll it back and down. So roll the shoulders back and down. Here we go. Right now I'm loosening up around like my neck. If I have any tension in my neck, I'm starting to move out the shoulders, getting the body moving, getting the blood flowing. Those are our goals. Awesome. Okay, make sure you're breathing this whole time. Now I'm gonna go ahead and keep a long neck, shoulders are down, and I'm gonna go for this big reach up. And when I reach up, I'm not going out in front of my body, it is straight up. And I'm trying to hit the bicep to the ear. So get a really good extension and stretch through the back, moving the shoulders, getting the blood flowing through all the limbs. Excellent breathing. Fantastic. So now I'm going to keep my legs a little bit wide. I'll do this like pivot action with the leg. And I'm going to go arm over the body, not in front, but over. Okay, so get that over motion for a big stretch. Excellent breathing. And if you're just popping in and you realize it's really quiet because it's just my voice, I do recommend music. Just make sure you're on mute. You were mute when you entered unless you pushed unmute. So you can go ahead and put on some music. And that will make the class go by a little bit faster and will be a little more enjoyable. Awesome. Abs tight. Pop that knee up. We're loosening up the hip flexors. I hope you had a really good weekend. Okay, so now the chest is up, the feet are about hip width apart, and I'm gonna go into squats. So in this squat, we're warming up the legs, yes, but I'm also kind of using it as a stretch for that low back and glute. As I dip down, releasing tension in that low back. Good. Breathing. Excellent job. And one more. And you could do jumping jacks modified. Here's modified or regular. It's up to you. Breathing. Good. And we'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go a little bit wide with my legs. I'm going to kick it on back. And I want to touch my ankle or my heel all the way to my butt. So I get that stretch in the quad. If you can do that, go for it, because it's a good stretch. And we're warming up the hamstring. Then I take the arms and I do the rowing motion. And on this rowing motion, I'm being intentional. I'm not just like flinging them. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades towards each other. So warm up that back. On that pull back, I'm getting that stretch in the chest. Got it? Cool. I know it looks funky, but we're getting like some big muscle groups stretched and warmed up at the same time. So let's just do it. Fantastic. Abs tight. Reach across. If you have a tendency to get dizzy, you're going to look forward and just move arms. If you don't get dizzy, go ahead and twist. Waking up that core. Getting that stretch to the back of the arm. Good. Awesome, abs tight. And we kick out. So with this kick out, because there might be a little bit of a lean back, we keep the abs tight because that's going to automatically protect the low back. Kick it on out. Get that stretch through the back of the legs. Excellent job. Good breathing. Cool, chest is up. Feet are hip width apart. I'm going to go squat, pop up on toes. The pop onto toes does require a little bit of balance. If you don't have it today, that's fine. Or you can hold on to like the back of a chair or a counter. So I'm going to go bring it on down for my squat, pop it on up on my toes, waking up those ankles. Good job. Keeping that going. One more. And we're back to jumping jacks. Here's modified. Here's a regular jumping jack. Up to you. Choose them. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip flexor. Okay. Circle it out. So here we go. Big circle. Abs are tight. Whew. I'm gonna switch directions. Start with the wide. We'll pull it back on in. Abs are tight. Swing kick. This one's my favorite stretch. Good. You don't have to touch the hand to the foot. You just gotta reach, swinging that leg. The hands can just be out for balance. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna go to loosening up that low spine. I'm gonna draw circles with my back. Good. I got these circles here. And now I want to switch directions. Great. Okay, so I'm going to pick up a couple stagnant stretches. I like to do stretches from where you get tight mostly when you sit a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and straighten out a leg. You never want to invert the knee though, so the knee stays soft. Pop that toe, reach on down. And good breathing. Slowly coming up. Switch the leg up. Bring it on down. Breathe deeply. So I feel a stretch, maybe in my calf, maybe in my hamstring, maybe you can feel both. Sometimes if you're tighter in one area, you only feel it in the one. Good, and slowly coming on up. Okay, so I want to go for the back hip flexor. So I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm going to drive the hip flexor forward. Got it? Now with that, my feet are hip width apart, and I can do the hand of the leg that's back up and a slight bit of a pullback to get that stretch up from the hip flexor up to the abdomen. It's up to you. Trying to keep my foot on the floor, the back foot, so that the Achilles also gets a little bit of a stretch. And good. Step forward, hip flexor drives forward. Lift up that arm if you can. You don't have to. And good. Awesome. Okay, so if you don't have it, you're gonna wanna grab it. Dumbbells, mat, water, okay? Have it, grab it, good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it today. So my feet are about hip width apart, and I'll show you modifications as we go along. I'm gonna go ahead and just start with squats because I wanna kind of just start with easing your body into it. We'll get more interesting in a second. So start with squats. We'll warm into it, ease into it, and then I'm gonna talk you through what's gonna happen next. We're gonna do 2 squats, and then on our third one, it's gonna be a squat jump. You never have to jump though. If you have any problems with your joints, I don't recommend jumping. Just listen to your body. So what you could do instead would be 1, 2, and on the third one, kind of go for a little dip, okay? So that just kind of adds a little bit of a pulse action. So I'm gonna start adding in the jump. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oops, 3. 1, 2. I got enthusiastic. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Good squats. 2, 3. Chest up. 1. Drive that butt back. 2. Get a good jump. 3. 1. Now when we jump, I want it to be power. And what I mean by that is I'm really pushing off the ground and trying to get high, okay? 1, 2, 3. One more round. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Okay, right leg. So you're my mirror image. This would be your right. We're gonna do a step back lunge, and we're start kind of easing into it. So start with a step back lunge. step back. And like a lot of my things, it's gonna get harder, but this is where you're gonna start. So a modification for this one is going to be step back lunge, pop the knee up. Step back lunge, pop the knee up. If you can, you're gonna go ahead and go step back lunge, reach on down. Step back lunge, so this puts you into a single leg deadlift. Reach on down. So I wanna go lunge, and there's a little bit of a bend in the leg. I tip forward, I reach. Now maybe you only get to like being by your knee and you pop back up, that's fine. Maybe you can get to your calf, maybe you have really good balance, you can touch the ground. But don't push yourself to touch the ground, it's not worth it if you don't have it. You'll get there. And breathe. Step back lunge, reach on down. Step back lunge, reach on down. Good, good. I'm starting to feel that leg, that hamstring. That's what we want. Good. I'm gonna do one more. Fantastic. And good, coming on up. Cool. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna add in dumbbells, but if you don't want to, kind of watch what I'm gonna do. I'll show modifications, and you can choose what you wanna do. The first modification would be, don't use dumbbells. Okay, simple enough. I'll show this modified with no dumbbells first. So how I would do this modified, I would first not go down to the ground. Spoiler, we're gonna go down to the ground. It's kind of gonna be like a half burpee with a lift. So instead, I would go step back, and maybe I have the weights in hand and I would do like a punch out, okay? So step back, punch out. If you like feel like you would like to try coming down to the ground, why don't you give it a try and start coming down slow and go step, in, squat position, right? Lift. Now I'm gonna do a jump back squat, and I'm gonna do an arm lift. Okay, so it's like this half burpee, and then when I come up, it's gonna incorporate my arms and my core has to be stable. Okay, so keep your arms tight. I'm gonna go ahead, jump back, come in, press it up. Jump back, come in, press it up. Here we go. 10, 9. This is how you make good neighbors if you live on like an apartment with people below you, because you gotta go apologize, right? That's how you make neighbors. Here we go. Make friends with your neighbors, that's what I mean. Okay. Whew. And one more. Fantastic. Coming on up. I'm not gonna use my dumbbells. I'm gonna set them off to the side. And I'm gonna go legs a little bit wider than hip width apart, okay? Chest stays up, no leaning forward. Bring it. So I wanna push my knees wide so that they are over about mid-foot when I'm in the low phase, okay? So how you kind of check on that when you don't have a mirror in front of you is when you're low, you should be able to see the toe of your foot. If you don't see your toe, you need to change and adjust, probably push those legs out a little bit wider. So I'm kind of doing an active recovery after that last one, and I'm working my breathing, but I'm still moving. We're gonna go back to a plyometric jump, but now we're in this like plie or sumo squat. Okay, so as before, your modification can be 1, 2, and then 3 is a dip. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now look how I do what I did on 3. You can simply pop up, or if you wanna make it a little bit more plyometric, you really have to come up with power, and you kind of do like a foot clap. Don't have to do it If you feel like you're gonna it's gonna mess you up too much, just do a little pop. Got it? Okay, figure out what you wanna do. Getting ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Good job. Walk it out. Get your breathing down. Okay, so remember that last one, the modification in the very first round? We did the single leg, we switch legs, and it would be a step back lunge, followed by, step back lunge, followed by knee up. It's your modification. You wanna make it harder? Cool, let's try it. So I'm gonna go step back lunge, and then I'm gonna go ahead and straighten that back leg, tighten up the glutes, and my hands reach down. Okay, let's try it out. Step back lunge, reach down. If you really wanted to make this challenging, add your dumbbells. Some of you guys have taken my class for a long time. You really like to push yourselves, I know. So put your dumbbells in your hand, reach on down, and you have that single leg deadlift with weight will be harder. So I'm gonna really take my time when I reach down in this drop phase because my leg needs that time for balance. Plus, when I take my time, I really feel the muscles getting to work correctly. I'm not rushing through. I want it to be about my hamstring and my glute. So I keep my heel really glued into the floor. I don't want to put the body weight into the toe. Glue down, stomp down, anchor down in that heel, whatever imagery you need. Really push through that heel. When you're in that low phase and you come up, push to the heel. Feel that in the hamstring. It's a beautiful stretch and strengthen exercise. For that hamstring, glute, you do get a little bit of low back in there too, which is great. Cool. We're doing good. Couple more. Great, 3 more. And in 3. 2. And you don't have to come down as low as I'm coming down. And 1. Very good. Okay, cool. I'm going to use my dumbbells. You don't have to. Modifications, very similar to that last modified one we did, where it would be a step back and a step back and a squat. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is show you the first phase if you want to come down to the floor, which is going to take you to step back, step in, foot flat on the floor, step in, foot flat on the floor. Come up to the super low squat. Your knees have to be okay with it. Punch, punch. I'm going to try jumping it now. Now again, your knees have to be okay. If your knees are not okay, you're going to stay standing and do the step back lunges. And you could follow it if you need to make it harder with no weight. Step back lunge, maybe a little pop jump, whatever you feel like you can add for a little burst, okay? So here we go. I'm going to try it out. Out, in, punch, punch. Out, in, punch, punch. You feeling okay? Knees okay? Staying with me? Let's go. Pick it up, 10. 9. 8. 7, 6, 5, my back is straight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo. You get a water break. Recover, meaning warm your breathing, stretch if you need to, grab a sip of water. Take your time. Water, let the water get down. Breathing under control. What I call breathing being control would be like 3 consecutive deep breaths, okay? Once you have that, we're allowing the heart rate to kind of come down a bit, and we'll work it back up. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a break in between. I'm gonna grab my dumbbells, I'm gonna come back with that. So I am gonna start with no mat, and then I'll transition to upper body core using a mat. Right now, standing, let's get in a good posture. So my feet, I brace, I'm about hip width apart. Sometimes you see, I call it like a knee dance. So when I'm doing something and it starts to get hard, I start to do this like movement with my knee, and that's literally just to remind my body not to brace and lock out through the knees, okay? So if you see me do a movement with the lower body, it's literally just trying to shake it out, being like, don't lock out, okay? Let's put the shoulders back and down, abs tight. Good, okay, so let's go ahead and start off with, we're gonna do low reps because I'm gonna do a lot of different things. So let's do 6, lateral raise for 6. Now the first modification I would do would be no weight at all. If you handle a little bit more, you can alternate one arm, excuse me, one arm at a time. And if you need to, just do less reps. So somewhere in there would be your modification. I might have to grab one more sip of water. Okay, I lost count, so we're just gonna do one more. Cool. Abs tight, knees soft, and I'm gonna go out in front. Forward raise, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool, so now I'm gonna go into a L shape. One arm is out in front, one arm is out to the side. You want to tighten up your core, and you don't want to like move your hip to it. You want to keep it nice and tight in your body. Okay, so tighten up your core. And we'll just do 2 more to put you at 6. Very cool. So now we're gonna go upper body cardio. So I'm gonna go like knees bent. My arms are bent about 90 degrees. And your wrists have to be okay with it. You don't want to fling your wrist. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do like a punch out right away. It's not for everyone. You might need to go slow, slow. I am adding a little bit of a rotation. You don't have to. So you can go slow. You could go no weight at all and go fast. Or you can try and do both, weights and a little bit fast. Abs tight, get ready. Here we go. 30 seconds. Good. So I want to brace through my core. I'm not going to shake my body side to side to get off these punches. I am not, as you can see, I'm not extending my arm to the point where it's going to like lock out and be all the way stiff. So I'm trying to be conscious of that. Getting those punches, getting those punches. Good job. Head in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Shake the shoulders back and down, back and down. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to lift up one arm. I'll step back a little bit so I'm in full frame. The other arm reaches to the ground. Now this arm that's straight up, I'm going to try and keep it straight up as I tip down as far as I can. See how my arm is still straight? I'm not falling over with it. I'm trying to keep it straight up. And I'm gonna slide on down my body with the other arm, and then I come up. So yeah, we're working shoulder, a little back. We're getting oblique, that's the side of the abs. It's also a great stretch. This is hard on the shoulder, yes. So maybe you need to go no weight at all or just a bottom weight. Do what you can do. And my arms are already starting to get tired. It's not staying up there straight as I like it to be. Whew. Do 5 more. And in 5. 4. 3. Trying to keep that arm straight. Mine's not exactly where I want it to be. 2. And 1. Fantastic. Bring it on in. Shake those shoulders back and down. Get a breath. And we're ready to move on. My knees are bent. My back is straight. So we don't want to have an arch in the low back. So right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go for 2 back flies. And then I'm going to come up. There's a bend in the elbow. And I do 1 while standing. Okay? So ready? 1, 2, 3. Keep that going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So it's really important your back stays straight. When we come to the standing one, I'm going to give my back an opportunity to kind of have a break because your low back does have to brace when you're in this low position. So low back gets a break, come on up, neutral, spine break. 1, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 2, feel that upper back. Now let's make sure we're feeling the right thing. Cue where your shoulder blades are, glide them towards each other, and then 1 more. Fantastic. Whew. Arms getting nice and tired. That's good stuff. Last one. Great. Okay, shake out the shoulders. Good. Okay, you need to make sure you have control over breathing. Now, if your heart rate feels like it's already spiked, you're not gonna do this one. You're gonna go alternating bicep curl, like I'm showing here. Got it? If you feel like, yes, I can use a little challenge, again, this will spike your heart rate because it's the weight's going overhead. I'm gonna put my hands out in front of my body, elbows straight out from the shoulder, not rested on the body, and I'm gonna go cherry picker. Now, you could go slow, you could go no weight at all, or you could try to do 30 seconds like me right here. Reach, 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 and try not to move your body. Tighten up in the core. Fantastic. Good, good. Keep it going. How fast can you pick those cherries? Let's see. Go for it. 10 more seconds. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, whoo, break. Shoulders back and down. You need to breathe after that one. Stretching out. Okay, so this is gonna be really hard now because I just exhausted out the arms and I'm gonna attempt to do this one. Again, you can set down the top weight or you can try it out. Oh my gosh, look at, I can't even get that arm straight. I'm gonna try. Straight arm, okay. Keep the arm straight, slide down the body, pull it on up, keep the arm straight. 10. 9, and it's not perfect right now. You guys can see me. I'd love for this elbow to be straight. I'd love to have that arm up, but it's what I can do. If you need to modify, feel free to set the weight down. I'm gonna fight through this one. Whew. 5 more. And in 5. Oh goodness, 4. 3, 2, And last one. And one. Oh, that arm is tired. Awesome. Okay. If you want a sip of water, now's a good time to kind of sneak in some and then come back with your dumbbells and your mat. Got it? And my mat. Okay, so I'm gonna go plank, arm exercise, plank, arm exercise. So I'm gonna have my dumbbells near, but I don't need them on the first one, okay? So here I am coming down for my first plank. I'm gonna go onto my forearms. Right off the bat, these are not gonna be easy planks, so feel free to stay on your knees, draw your abs in. The whole idea of a plank is we're gonna get our body straight as we can without dipping our low back, and your abdomen wants to drop with gravity. So you're gonna tighten your muscles and draw it back up towards your spine, okay? So that's what we're gonna try and do. I'm gonna go onto my mat with my forearms. I'm gonna get my spine straight. I'm gonna make sure my low back isn't dipping, not lifting my butt. Take a breath. Great. You doing okay? Feel free to stay right here. Feel free to go to your knees. If you can, extension. I'm gonna try to minimally shift my body weight, meaning trying to keep your core from rocking, and keep this going. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and we did this one, might have been a week or two ago. We're gonna do a tricep press, and then I'm gonna crunch to up. And right off the bat, you might need to modify and just stay down and do tricep presses. And if you want to add like a little bit of flair to it, you can totally do a bridge up, and that's kind of a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play with the legs. I'm gonna start with them down, and I'm gonna move them around a bit and to see. I'm probably gonna have them up at some point. Okay, so now I'm gonna go tricep press, crunch to up, tricep press. Arms stay up, go down slow. Tricep press, crunch to up, tricep press. Cool? Okay, so now you can kick your legs out. Try that. You can start to lift your legs. Tabletop first. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of extend my legs a little bit at a diagonal. Figure out where in there is challenging, but is doable, okay? What can you do without hurting your body and challenging it? Got it? Oh, goodness. Apparently, I cannot do a V-sit with my legs up high. Okay. Cool. Let's do one more. Good. And coming down. Awesome. So I'm going to flip back over, and I'm going to go back into a plank. I don't need my dumbbells. On this plank, I am going to go full hand, so straight arm. If that's not okay on your wrist, stay on your forearms. Go back to that last one we did, even if it's just holding or being on your knees. I'm going to go onto my hands. Hands underneath the shoulders. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, downward dog, and I'm going to reach for my opposite knee. Plank, downward dog, reach. Plank, downward dog, reach. This is a cool one because it gives you a stretch, but you have to have the arm strength to be able to push up on one arm. If you listen to your wrist, first and foremost, if your wrist doesn't like it, you're not going to do it. Go back to being on your forearms, add in that arm punch out if you need a little bit of a challenge, but don't do this if your wrist hurt. Good breathing. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. I'm going to come down, flip back over, grab your dumbbells. I have my dumbbells in hand. I'm going to go chest fly. So I'm going to get those arms out there. My wrists are stable. They are not loose. Sometimes I don't know if you can see a weird bend in my wrist. No weird bend. My elbows do have a little bit of a bend, okay? Arms straight out from the shoulders. Give me a fly. Let's feel the chest and then we'll add stuff. So right off the bat, we're going for chest. And I know for a lot of you guys, this weight might be a little bit light for your chest. And so you need to mentally focus on cueing the muscle. So as my elbows see each other, I'm really flexing and squeezing my pectorals, okay? So I'm gonna lift the pectoral muscle, flex, 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 bring it in, and then drop with control. Got that? Cool. Now you can, keeping the feet hip width apart, you can start to add a bridge up. So I'm gonna go ahead as the weights come in, I'm gonna start at my tailbone, lift the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, allow my spine to be straight. I'm not over exerting, meaning I'm not gonna like overextend the low back. I'm bringing it up to a straight line. Your glutes may be strong enough to push past the straight line, but in the end of the day, it's gonna be too much on the low back. So we're not gonna impinge the low back like that. So keep this going. Now let's talk about your feet position. Your feet are hip width apart, so are your knees. Don't let your knees drop wide. Don't let your knees drop in and touch. As you do this, try to focus on the weight distribution of your foot. Sometimes when you're really strong in that outer glute, outer thigh, or really tight there, you kind of end up putting your body weight on that outside foot. Let's not do that. You're gonna try and focus on putting the weight evenly through that foot, outside, inside evenly. Maybe you're pushing down a little bit harder in the heel than you are the toe, but the inside and outside is even. Cool, so now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep my hip up. If you're into the hip raises, the bridge ups, then yes, you can do that. If not, put it back down. My arm is wide. My elbows have a bend, no bend in the wrist, and I'm gonna go ahead and pulse. Pulse it out. Now with this, you can add a little bit of a pick up with the hip as well. Good, keep that going. Good breathing. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, I'm gonna go hip up, I'm gonna hold my hip, my arms are open and they're hovering. Maybe you stay at a hover, that's great. Stay there, like fight gravity, don't drop the arms. Maybe you could add in snow angel. Whew. Chest getting tired, shoulders getting tired. I'm gonna draw my angel wings in the snow. Keep that going, and good breathing, 5 more. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Fantastic. I'm gonna set it down just to release any tension in the low back. I give my knees a hug in, slowly come on up, grab yourself a sip of water, and then we're gonna move them out off to the side, move the dumbbells off to the side, and we're gonna head back over to doing legs. Okay, I went a little bit long, so I'll cut out a little bit of the upper body stuff in the second half. Let's get to legs. Water, recover, mat off to the side. I'll meet you back in a couple of seconds. Okay, So much to do, so little time. So if you need to take a longer break, take a longer break. If you can join me, my feet are hip width apart. Let's go back to warming up those legs. Down, pop it up. Okay, so I'm just kind of bringing back the movement of the hip, the knees, so that I'm not gonna like hurt myself. We are gonna add stuff to it. You doing okay? You ready to add? I'll do the 3, 2, 1. The 1 is a hop. If you don't want to jump, that's fine. Just either keep going squats or add the dip down. So it'd be like a 2 dip. Getting ready. Here I go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. I'm going a little fast. Don't feel pressure. Go at your own speed. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Whew, good job. Okay, right leg. If you want to add a little something, I'm going to pull my dumbbells in for this round. And again, it's going to make it harder. And so that first round with that step back lunge, reach down was hard enough. Don't add dumbbells. If you want to, go for it. So right leg is forward. I'm going to step back. I did add a bicep curl on a lunge. And then you can either go knee up or you can go ahead and go reach down. And with the weight, it's much harder because I have this balancing act going on. And I feel my single leg deadlift. Great. We're start counting. 10. Keep that back straight. Breathe. 9. 8. 7. 6. Now it's important for me to mention when I reach down, I'm anchoring through the heel. And then when I come up against gravity, again, staying anchored in the heel, I want to come all the way back up to neutral to give that back a break. When I reach down, I'm not putting an arch in the back to reach further, meaning I'm not starting to curve that low back. I am simply reaching to what I can tip and allow with balance. One last one. Fantastic job. Good. Okay, so we have options. You can do this step back, squat up. You can join me with the jump out. Let me show you the modification from starting to reach on the ground really quick, and then I'll go to that right one. And then from here, you have options to do no weight at all or add in the weight. Okay, getting ready. We have 10. I'm gonna hit it out, in, punch, punch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your breath. I wish I had more time to allow you to recover. I don't have that much time. So if you need to take as much time as you need, get the breathing down, recover. Weights out of the way, nothing to trip on. Feet about double hip width apart, toes out, chest up, down, up, down, up. So a few things are happening here. Pushing through the heel strong. When I come up, When I go down, let's start there. My knees need to push wide, so they're over about midfoot. When I come up, I act like my inner thighs magnetize towards each other. Cool? I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. 1 is a jump, or for you, maybe it's a dip down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. You don't have to touch feet. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. 2 more. 3, 2. Last. 3, 2. Whew. Grab your breath. Work the breathing. Walk over to your dumbbells, or don't use dumbbells. Left leg is forward. Step back lunge. Maybe you want to do knee up. You can add in some bicep curls in there too. I'm getting ready. I'm going to do the tip forward. And here I go. Down and tip. And I will add in a bicep curl. Bicep curl. Tip it on down. 10. Good breathing. 9. Take your time. You need a lot of balance for this. 8. You shouldn't be rushing through this one. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Ooh, I almost fell on that one. Here we go. Here we go. Finish it. Fantastic. Okay. Last one in this leg series could be step back, squat it on out. I'm going to do that jump out one, but again, you can walk the legs out. And then I'm going to go ahead and lift up my arms. Do what you can do. Find what works best for you. Getting ready? Let's hit it. 10. Take your time. 9. Maybe do no weight at all. 8. 7. Good breathing. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Great. Okay, we are almost out of time. I need you to go really quick sip on water. Come back with dumbbells. We'll wrap up a little bit of upper body. We're just doing a fast little upper body medley. Okay. I took a lot of time explaining things today. My bad. But here we are. We're going to finish strong. My knees are soft. Don't move on if you're too out of breath. Take your time breathing. If you can, knees are soft, abs tight, L shape. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, strong back, no tip. Elbows up, kick back, kick back, kick back. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm up, reach on down. 8, 7. Modify by going no weights or less reps. 6, 5, 4, 3. This is a core one. This is an arm one. Last one. Whew. Shoulders back and down. Take a breath. Fantastic. Getting ready. We're going to go ahead and move you along to doing back fly again. So I'm going to come down. I'm going to go back fly. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, drop it. Now, maybe that's not for you, and you're just going to continue with a normal fly. Listen to your back, listen to your shoulders. Get ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6, breathe. 5, strong back. 4, if the back's tired, you come up. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Whoo, fantastic. Okay, holding it like a hammer is fine. Bicep cycle. So here we go. We got a little bit of time, so I just got to tire you out. Work those biceps. It's a bicep curl cycling forward. If you can, you bring the arm almost straight out from the shoulder before you pull it in. Try not to move your hips. Tighten up in your core. Good breathing. And an 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you can, do this one with weights. Go ahead. You feel too out of breath. Again, set down the weight, but if you can, do it with weight. Here we go. Reach on down. I gotta go a little bit wide so I can tip at my hip and reach really far. So my legs, I don't know, they're about like double hip width, kind of. This arm is tired. I'm trying to keep it straight. Fantastic. 4 more. And then 4, 3, 2, last one. Breathe. And 1. Great. I'm going to go ahead and set down my weights, pull out my mat. With the mat out, I'm just going to do like 60 seconds of a ab plank one, and then we're going to go right into stretching. Okay. So here I am on my mat. I'm going to go onto my forearms for the first one, and you could be on your knees. You could be on your toes. Arms are tight. I'm going to kick my arm out. I did do legs a little bit wider than my hip to help brace. If you want to make it hard, keep them in, hip width apart. Tuck in your abs. Keep it going, spine straight, even through the neck. So yes, I know you got to look at me, and then you got to put your head down and focus. And we go for 8, 7, tight abs. 6, tighten it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, here's a modification. Modification for the next one's going to be knee down, stay on the forearms. If you can, the wrist okay, take it to the hands being underneath the shoulder. Pop it up, reach for the knee. Plank, abs tight, reach on knee. Now listen to the arm. If you have any shoulder problems, wrist problems, elbow problems, I would not do this one. I would go down to my forearm. If your arms are healthy and well, don't have an injury in the past, try it out. Maybe you want to be on your knees, and it's going to be more of a pushback. That's fine. Breathe. Last one. And great job today. Flip it on over onto your back. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down on my back. I'm going to go hands overhead. Long body, long spine. Deep breathing. I'm going to try to get my arms as straight as I can over the body and as close to the ears as I can. I'm gonna go big breaths. And then from here, take a deep breath in, release it, hug your knees. Knees come in tight. Now release how tightly the knees are and draw circles, loosening up that low back. Switch direction of your circle. Good breathing. Fantastic. So now from here, I'm gonna go hands down and I'm gonna kick my knees side to side. They're in tabletop, they drop side to side. I do that maybe a couple times, maybe you only do it one time because you feel a good stretch and you keep it there, that's fine. Fantastic. So from here, I'm gonna extend my legs out. I'm gonna go one leg over. And back to squaring my body, keeping it straight, and other leg over. Cool, so now I wanna stretch out my hamstrings. Maybe your knees need to be bent, that's fine. You're gonna go ahead and kick one leg up. You can use a belt, a stretching strap, or your hands. Now here I can either keep my knee bent or I can straighten it out to make it a little bit harder. I'm gonna straighten out this leg without locking out the knee, and I wanna point the toe down. Breathe. Point the toe up. Breathe. Circles for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Continual breath. Take that arm, bring it across, grab the leg, bring the leg across the body. Try to keep the hip down. Straighten out that leg, point the toe down. And relax that, great. Switching legs. Point your toe down. Point the toe up. Circle for the ankle. Switch direction of the circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg. Leg stays straight across the body. Straighten the leg, point the toe down. Release. Ankle to the thigh, hug it in or sit up too, it's up to you. And release that switch. And release that. I'm gonna roll my body up, and from here, I'm gonna kick out my legs. I'm gonna reach for my calves, my ankles, whatever I can reach for, and fold the body over and breathe. Now I'm gonna go soles of the feet together, tip at the hip, breathe. See how I do one time. Okay, usually I do legs out. If you need to do that one, go for it. We're running low on time, so I'll X that one. Go ahead and flip over onto your stomach, lifting up through the forearms or the palms, stretching out the abdomen, stretching out the low back. I do try to get my neck a little bit by pushing down on my shoulders and extending my neck. From here, I'm gonna push back into child's pose. My knees are hip width apart. The laces of my shoe, I'm trying to get flat to the ground. I walk the arms out. And I want to breathe deeply and kind of go limp through the low back and relax the arms. Fantastic. Now I'm going to go all four core, and I'm going to take a step forward. Now the back leg drives forward, and this is a hip flexor stretch and a quad stretch. And if you want to make it harder, you can by modifying. You could lift the arm of the leg that's back, or you could reach on back like I'm showing. Don't modify if it was hard enough. Continue to breathe. Good. I'm going to switch the legs up. All four core, take a step forward, drive that hip flexor forward, and you can modify if you want. Modifications will make it harder though. And great. Slow release. Take your time. Coming up. Good breathing. Nothing to trip on. Hand up. Reach on down, get that stretch. Neutral, take a breath. Hand up, reach on down, take a breath. Neutral, come on up, shoulders are back and down. Pull the back of the, pull the arm across the body, back of the arm just to stretch. Switch it up. Switch it up, elbow up. Gently pull that elbow up, get that tricep stretch. Release, switch. Shoulders are back and down, big circles. Fingertips to the ears, elbows wide. Extend the arm, thumb goes back. Stretch the chest. Now I'm gonna head for stretching out my abdomen, my low back. So I'm gonna go ahead and hug it on in and gently fall forward, rounding the low back, stretching the spine, spinal flexion, and we come up to neutral. Coming up, stacking the vertebrae one at a time, all the way back up to neutral. Shoulders are back and down. Big circles back and down. Keep the shoulders back and down, chin down on the chest. Roll it shoulder to shoulder. Coming on up, little slack jaw, look over the shoulder. Other side. Coming neutral and up. And thanks for sticking with me today. You guys did it.